Hey YouTube, it's Alicia here, and I wanted to come and do this video because this video I got inspired by one of the women on YouTube. I can't call her name at the top of my head, but I was watching her reaction video of the men's and women's Royal Rumble. Some things I didn't like and some things I didn't, but I did go back and I did watch the women's and men's Royal Rumble. So there's a lot of things I want to talk about, and so let's get started. So as y'all know, Bianca outlasted everybody a long time and I think they said 36 minutes, and I like, okay, that's good, until she got eliminated. Okay, she outlasted more than Alex Bliss could. All right, that was a good pop, and then you got Sarah Logan. I know she would be up in there because she has, problems with Charlotte, and I'm in agreement with this YouTuber. Why do they always think this golden child of Ric Flair, Charlotte Flair, has to always win this? I am agreeing. I felt like sure somebody else deserved that. Even Shayna, I wouldn't mind. I had mind Shayna Baszler have won it, but I mean, if somebody, some of the spots I question their integrity, and I feel like Vince McMahon truly care for this women's evolution. That's why I feel like Stephanie McMahon needs to be coming back and be more involved with this women revolution. It was a lot of things to start the women's revolution. People say it was here, it was there. No, each company had their own version of the Divas Revolution. I give that. I would say that. To the one thing I have to say, I we sing Molly Holly year before in 2008. We sing Holly in 2008. Now we see Molly Holly, Mighty Holly, her alter ego as superhero when she was with Gregory Hymns. Okay. So if you didn't know, it was some links that was linked that was showing Titantrons. And one of the names that was linked was Victoria. So I wonder, was Victoria really there? And then they decided at the last minute, no, because of the link. All right, I'm going to get to the Men's Warrior Rumble in a minute. The one thing I feel like the women's Royal Rumble, women's division has came out of all of the people that you brought back or brought in. I didn't mind Kelly. Didn't mind Beth Phoenix, because that pot with her and Natalia was great. But it was this moment when you heard this, you don't know, I'm going, hold up, wait a minute. Out of all things, you bring out in this serious match the most stupidest person ever that has been in the WWE. Santina Marella, dressed up as a woman, as Santina Marella, supposed to be his sister. I'm getting like this right now because number one, I don't truly give a rat's you know what about Santina. That could have went to anybody else. It could have went to Billy Kay or Peyton Royce from the Iconics. We haven't seen them in months, so where they at? Something needs to be done is one. Something one needs to be done. We fans, when it comes to that women's division, we need to put our foot down and not having jokes coming in. No, that, like I'm saying, it should have went to Billy Kay or Peyton Royce of the Iconics. It would have been cool to have AJ Lee returned. Who else? Melina could have returned. Jillian Hall. It could have been it could have been Victoria. Um Lita. I mean, I could list a full set of names. The list can go on and on and on. But having Santina Marella in there, I felt like, you got to be kidding me. To me, that wasn't called for. Let's just say that wasn't called for. So let's talk about the men's Royal Rumble. They had except from, let me see, from Brock Lesnar entering from one, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. 12 guys was eliminated by Brock. Now the one I was like, okay, when I saw everybody who was entered at what price and what number, I like, But when I saw, oh my God, I won't get to the Keith Lee thing, but when I saw LVP, I went, ah! I loved it. I loved it. But I'm gonna come. But I loved it because I was a huge fan of MVP. I heart MVP, and I mean, seeing up and like everybody who knows anybody knows. He did admit on backstage that he had a son. Oh, and like I'm gonna say this, his son got to see his dad perform in the WWE, and I just thought, oh my God, this was a moment. But baby, I'm gonna come back and talk about his outfit in a bit. But hold on, let me get through the whole match. Then after that, here comes Keith Lee, and like you see Brock Lesnar's face going, oh, okay. He go, wow, okay. Big boy versus big boy. Yeah, I mean, it was good until Braun Strowman got in, and then Braun Strowman ended up eliminating Keith Lee, and then Brock Lesnar ended up eliminating him. I want to talk about him at a later date, but yeah. But then here comes Drew McIntyre. When Drew McIntyre eliminated Brock Lesnar, I said yes. I said yes. I said yes. And I went, somebody please. Somebody please. Aside the original. So then the biggest pop in the men's Royal Rumble. The return of Edge. I mean, when I'm on my iPad going back watching it because that's on YouTube, going back and watching it on YouTube, and I went, ah! I had this reaction like dumbfounded. I'm shocked. We all knew if Beth was in the women's Royal Rumble, y'all don't think he wasn't going to be in the Royal Rumble. We getting 2 coplets for the price of the fun. Okay. That's how I foresee it. But out of the 4 guys that was, Seth Rollins having AOP and Buddy Murphy coming in and help try to weaken the other guys and help eliminate guys. That wasn't going down. No. But so during this time they had Samoa Joe and at about this time they had Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens, and they made a mistake and eliminated each other. But that gave them a chance to fight AOP and Buddy Murphy and take them to the back. Well, it worked in the favor, so they left Seth Rollins all by himself with Edge, Randy Orton, Mr. Claymore himself, Drew McIntyre, and Mr. Big Dog himself from SmackDown, And I was just so excited. I was just excited that I was just excited that Brock Lesnar eliminated Brian Corbin. I'll talk about that in a bit too. So, one of my favorite things is, and I have to laugh about it, the four that was left, Roman Reigns. From Roman Reigns to Edge to Drew McIntyre. Who was the other one? Randy Orton is what they did to Seth Rollins. One at a time. One at a time. Starting with uh, trying to think who first. It was Edge with the spear. Then it was Drew with the Claymore kick. Then it was Roman Reigns with the punch, and then it was Randy Orton with the RKO. And then, if I get it correctly, Randy Orton eliminated him. Baby, I had to laugh, y'all. I had to laugh. My thing to Seth Rollins, you thought having your goons coming out and trying to weaken the other guys was right. No, that wasn't right. You wasn't thinking smart. You wasn't thinking. You wasn't thinking. So we're gonna have to see where that's gonna go. But I mean, it was a pretty good with the four that lasted. But Drew came down on Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. So let me just say this: I don't think so. Roman Reigns is a safe bet. I think he's a great bet if he had won. And I feel like Drew McIntyre, he is something different, but he does have I know he has something to prove when it comes to Brock Lesnar for the W. And so last night not last night, excuse me, Monday night we actually see him say, he picked WWE champ Brock Lesnar to go up against for the title. Now, this is my thing, and this is my theory and how I feel about this situation. I feel like you're sure about that, but when I start going over, looking at other videos on the subject about Drew McIntyre and Brock Lesnar, then I get it. I came across this video on WrestleMania. I think Mania or May. We'll put an A on it. Mania or Mania. One of them. And they was like talking about how the reason why Drew had picked Brock. He has an unfinished business with Brock because when he was younger, Brock Lesnar beat him and stuff like that. I'm going, okay. To get me to say what I'm finna to say. Now, I'm glad he's won, but Roman Reigns for the last 2 years now has came second best to the last person who won. Alright. Roman Reigns still is going to have a moment at WrestleMania. Okay. Now, let me talk about ring gear. If you didn't notice, y'all potentially noticed, MVP's ring gear. If you did not notice MVP's ring gear, Zelina Vega's ring gear, Tegan Knox, Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, and Shayna Baszler, just to name a few. Rey Mysterio. From the men to the women's Royal Rumble, their gear had a theme to it. Some of the women and men had best ring gear, and I'm gonna tell you my top 4 favorite ring gear, and they all sides over with the Marvel comics or comic books or comic. But except for Race don't coincide with the Marvel comic, I don't think. But so Ray's assisted of with Batman colors, and I'm like, that is pretty good and stuff. That was a pretty good one. But I'm gonna tell y'all, my top three looks that I liked. Dakota Kai, Tegan. I liked her reminiscence of Miss Marvel. I just loved it. The gear that Lana have on, yeah, they kind of doing the same thing, but Tia Knox did it right and did it tight, baby. That's one I love. I love Liv Morgan's outfit. Y'all remember Cat from the Spider-Man franchise? I loved it. That's what she that gave me that, but she also gave me Dominatrix as well. So I loved it. Liv loved it, but my favorite, multi favorite one will have to be MVP. It is Black Panther inspired look. I don't think if any of y'all did catch it, he did it. But then the next night on Raw, he had Deadpool. He had another comic on his gear with the skull and stuff. I cannot think. I think it's Deadpool, but y'all, I loved it. So that was just that, but I loved it. But he gets the reason MVP gets that top look for that ring gear is like it looks good. It looks good on him and thing, but I loved it. I said, and I said to myself, somebody's going to have a spot and they're going to do. I said, this is where they start showing hot new ring gear and stuff, and like and things. Mandy Rose, it was okay, but she must didn't get the memo. Y'all heard me. Mandy Rose must did not get that memo of, oh, we're doing so and so, so and so. So we will gonna have to see where this is gonna take us. But y'all don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe.